Death Note is a popular anime series that was released on October 3rd, 2016. The series was based off a manga of the same name. Though the show only had 38 episodes, it was filled with so many great moments that it easily captivated a huge audience. The anime follows Light Yagami, an average high school student living in Japan. One day, Light stumbles upon a notebook called a Death Note. He soon finds out that the notebook has the power to kill anyone whose name was written inside. After some time, the power of deciding who lives and dies becomes addicting to Light. He wants to rule the world, shaping it to his will. The public even begins to start calling him Kira, which comes from the Japanese word for killer. As Light's infamy grows, it soon catches the attention of the world-famous detective L. Light and L are in a constant game of cat and mouse throughout the series, thus making the show extremely suspenseful. A good portion of the show is about Light trying to figure out L's real name so he can write it down in the Death Note. The anime had many great twists and turns during its run. That's why it's to no surprise that the show still has a strong following that only grows more every passing day. Sadly, not everyone feels this way about Death Note. In 2015, the Chinese government banned Death Note and a few other animes because they thought it might corrupt the youth. The Chinese government shut down any and all websites hosting any content related to the anime. Many Chinese anime fans voiced their opinions on the matter, calling it censorship and anti-Japanese. Unfortunately, there is no plan to unban it in the foreseeable future. Puni Puni Poemi is an anime series that has a heaping amount of controversy behind it. Puni Puni Poemi is a spin-off of the anime series Excel Saga. Excel Saga is set in the world that is believed to be absolutely corrupt. In the series, a secret organization begins to plan a way to conquer the world, but it must first start out by taking over a small city. Excel Saga first premiered on TV Tokyo in 1999, while its spin-off show, Puni Puni Poemi, premiered in 2001. The anime mostly focused on a lot of the secondary characters from the original. The anime had many odd and outright creepy themes to it, but was able to generate some great laughs as well. The anime was basically a parody of the popular magical girl theme that a lot of anime series have done, for example Sailor Moon. As stated earlier, the show had a lot of controversy following its release. There were many controversial moments, for example, a sexually explicit scene between two 10-year-old girls. The anime wasn't afraid of any topic, even that of incest. Though the anime only generated 2 episodes, it had enough people furious at it that one might think that it was some sort of long-running show. Majority of people were mad at its sexual violent scenes. More and more anger began to surface, which soon led to the flat-out ban of Puni Puni Poemi in New Zealand. Many fans tried their best to appeal to the New Zealand government to change its decision, but it tragically failed. The board that made the decision of the ban had this to say to the anime's fans. Programs are banned if the board felt that it promoted the exploitation of children or young persons for sexual purposes, extreme violence, and extreme cruelty. Pokemon is easily the most recognizable anime of all time. It's expanded all throughout the world, so much so that many North American fans don't even realize that it is in fact an anime. The series originally started off as a game series for the Game Boy in 1995. The games quickly became a huge success, so incorporating Pokemon into other outlets was inevitable. The anime first appeared on April 1st, 1997. The series follows Ash Ketchum, accompanied by his friends and loyal Pokemon Pikachu. Ash hopes to be the very best Pokemon master and catch every single Pokemon in the world. The series has an outstanding effect on the generation that grew up with it, and the video game series is one that is still strong to this day. It's no surprise that Pokemon is one of the highest grossing anime series ever. To this day, the show is still releasing new episodes, cards, and games. It's truly one of the most beloved franchises to ever come out of the video game and anime world. Surprisingly, Pokemon is no novice to controversy. A group called PETA, which stands for People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, made an anti-Pokemon game called Pokemon Black and Blue, Gotta Free 'Em All. You play as the Pokemon Pikachu, fighting a trainer in order to be free. It also depicts the Pokemon bruised, cut up, and in bandages with text that reads, "For generations, Pokemon have suffered at the hands of their cruel trainers. Help PETA free Pikachu and his Pokemon friends as they struggle for Pokemon liberation." Though PETA is not the only group that had issues with the franchise. In fact, Saudi Arabia has outright banned it. Saudi Arabia's highest religious authority has decided to ban Pokemon, claiming it promotes Zionism and involves gambling. Attack on Titan is a Japanese manga and anime series created by Hajime Isayama, who is the main writer and illustrator. The story of Attack on Titan centers around the main protagonist, Eren Yeager, and his two friends, Mikasa and Armin. Though the anime is relatively new, it already has an enormous, dedicated fan base. In the show, 100 years before the first episode took place, these giant humanoid creatures called Titans suddenly appeared without any explanation. Titans soon began killing and eating humans, nearly putting the human race to an early extinction. The remaining humans fled all throughout the world until finding these giant, circular walls and began to live inside them. There is very little information as to why and how these walls were created. For many years, people lived inside, relatively peacefully, hiding away from the Titans. That is, until episode 1 of Attack on Titan, when a giant titan called the Colossal Titan destroyed part of the wall, letting in hordes of titans who quickly began to feast on the people and in turn destroying the city. We watch Eren, our main protagonist's whole life being destroyed before our very eyes as he witnesses his mother being devoured by a titan. From then on, Eren wants nothing more than to destroy every living titan. In China, Attack on Titan has been permanently banned, along with any website hosting it. The Chinese government stated that anime can encourage juvenile delinquency, glorify violence, and include sexual content. It's truly saddening that Chinese fans of the series will no longer be able to view it.